Hey guys, and welcome to another video. This one was kind of started unexpectedly because I ordered my air suspension and UPS told me it was going to be here tomorrow, but that was only some of it. So a lot of it is here. I haven't broken into the box yet, and I needed to set the camera up and I needed to get ready, but I am so excited. And I figured if I'm gonna do an install video and I'm gonna get everything filmed on the install of this car, I figured I would start at the beginning. So this video, there's gonna be some time jump throughout this whole video because it's gonna be one video, but it's gonna be over the course of some time because the installation is gonna be one step, opening it right now, then another package tomorrow, then some of the install, then possibly doing more of it. So it's gonna be multiple days over different time frames. So let's just jump into this. I'm so excited. So let's just get into it. Okay, so I got Airlift Performance. If you guys were curious on what air suspension I went with, it just seemed like the best overall air suspension everyone likes. Oh my god. Dude, this is actually insane. Oh, holy shit. Okay, so my mind is like blown, to be honest with you, because this is something I never imagined I could actually accomplish and do. I mean, it's not a big deal for a lot of people because like, oh, bags. But I'm just like, I'm lost for words, to be honest. Like, this is insane. I mean, it's not a big deal for a lot of people, but like for me, this is something I've been wanting so long. It doesn't even feel real. I just have been wanting these so long, and now they're in my hand. Oh my goodness. Let's tear to the next box. I'm so excited. What? This isn't real. So we got the struts out of the box and we're going to jump into the other two boxes that came with the Airlift package. Like I said, I'm not sure what's coming tomorrow or what is here and what is not here. So I'm gonna tear into these other two boxes and pretty much just after we're done, we're gonna just look over whatever it is. Okay, so we got these boxes completely open. Huge shout out and thank you to Bag Riders, the place I ordered the Airlifts, the whole package from. Huge thank you to those guys. They actually worked with me and gave me a coupon code and like gave me an awesome deal, super fast shipping and everything. So we got a banner, some decals, and a license plate frame. So just for them to throw that in there, that's pretty sweet. I'm actually really excited about that because I want a windshield banner and I like stickers. So in this little box is the compressor. So if you don't know, this is, you know, air suspension. It uses a compressor to fill the suspension with air to raise or lower it, and the compressor is where you get that air from. And then this is the tank where the air is stored. So this is just so cool to actually see it and like it's mine. If you guys couldn't tell, I'm slightly excited. I'm more just blown away that like I'm looking at the next step to this car. Like I never actually thought I could accomplish this. So, oh my god.
The next morning.
Today is when we're going to install the bags. First we have work, of course. Once we get through work, it'll all be worth it. We also got the Volkswagen back. Freshly inspected. So we finally made it to work. There was way more traffic than usual, so it took me almost an hour compared to 30 minutes, which sucks. So just gotta get through the day, and I'm excited for when I get off.
Later.
So we just got off work, and now we're gonna go pester Andrew and make him get into this car to come help me install these bags, because I looked over the instructions last night and I'm gonna be a little bit confused. He lives right down the street from where I work, so we're gonna go pick him up. If he doesn't come with me, I'm dragging him in the car, so let's go. We did get Andrew. I told you I'd get him. He doesn't wanna be here at all. He is not excited about what we're about to do, and I'm incapable of doing it myself, so I dragged him here. The package that came late was this. It was the management system that actually had to be shipped straight from Airlift instead of Bag Riders. So it includes the controller, the management system, and then a bunch of, you know, fun wiring, things like that. But it was packaged super nice, and I mean, their stuff just seems super solid. So what are you thinking of this so far?
It's actually really good.
Oh, good. That makes me happy.
They really thumbed it now. I didn't think they had a pre-cut wiring harness. So.
Yeah, that's really nice. So they do have a pre-cut wiring harness, like Andrew said. So everything's kind of, it's plug and play. I mean, essentially, other than a little bit of install and just running the wires. So if you've ever installed like a subwoofer where you had to run wires from the front of the car to the back of the car, it's essentially the same thing. Like the wiring harness is all set up for you. I mean, this is the setup for where everything needs to go, and you know, they give you the macro line, they give you a tool cutter. You have everything all good to go. So we kind of laid it out a little bit. We're getting all the doors open, the seats out, and gonna start taking stuff off. So
I really wish I would have remembered those lights.
what? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This side of the garage, of course, is the side we're working on, and it has terrible lighting. Let me get here.
If you have anything just to
Yeah.
put like right hang there.
Yeah. Oh, Joe put a new bulb in here. Sick. Oh man, this light has seen better freaking days.
I guess that's better than nothing. I'm
Yeah.
gonna hang it from the garage door.
Just like that, right? Pointing the opposite direction.
It never points the direction you want this way. Okay, so we're just gonna run it alongside these basically. Yeah, so we're just gonna follow up where they ran these and just trace it back. Hopefully there's enough room, which there probably will be. I don't really understand why it needs that. To like go up while you're cranking it.
Well, this system, yeah, it has the reason it needs an ignition, like the crank, like the
It
power.
just sucks because your battery is really low. It's like close to dying, you know.
Yeah, and this system, the 3P system, has you can program it to rise on starting. So it'll inflate when you turn your ignition.
So you look like a poser. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so I look like an idiot.
Yeah.
Yep. I'll just do it from the app.
Yeah. Oh god.
Yeah, there's an app. Yeah, dude, there's a freaking app.
So you can sit there and be like, hey guys.
See, the biggest difference, besides knowledge between us, is you don't care about just diving in. And I'm like, I'm going to literally destroy something.
Well, this is your car, so I don't feel weird diving in. I'll just do whatever because I don't care.
That's a fair point.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some electrical tape around the end of 3 of these. So
Look at that.
I don't suffer.
There's some right there, dude.
Oh, I know.
What a coincidence.
Actually, this USB is gonna stay right here.
Yeah.
Because
That's for the management system.
Yeah.
God, this engine bay. Rip. Who cares about your engine, right? Who cares about performance?
Breaking my heart.
Is performance cool, Andrew? I've never known.
Just a little bit.
But I have a quicker release steering wheel. It's a race car.
With your bucket seats that are hard to get out of, so you need a quick attach.
Exactly. My stock seats are race.
Stock seats that you swim around in because they're leather.
Yep. I'm gonna put a 5-point on my stock seats, dude.
Alright.
Yeah, man.
So when you get in an accident, you can't really decapitated.
Yup. That sounds like a good time.
As long as I get your car, I don't know.
You don't want this piece of shit. You'd sell the bags to fund your. Can I use this flashlight?
I'd have a hard time. I would probably sell it. Sort of detaching your side skirt there.
Aw.
Or sitting on it.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that.
This isn't what I had in mind today.
You want me to push on it? This isn't what you had in mind today.
This isn't what I anticipated happening today.
Hey, well, when I show up at your house, fun stuff happens, right?
It's funny how you pull it.
Yeah, I saw it, dude. I was pulling it.
Whoa! I saw your taillights. I mean your headlights, and I was like, that's Wesley.
And I saw I'm like, is that Andrew's red as you're driving up the hill. And
literally the next car coming out of the street.
Yeah.
Something, that's it.
Well, don't hurt yourself.
Yeah, it's just supposed to be a not messy, laid back install. For once in my damn life.
Yeah, we don't have to do any we don't have to pull a motor.
See, everything, people like normally do simple mods, like let's install this air to oil separator, let's install this boost controller, let's pull the engine.
That's always an easy thing, right?
I feel like every time I do something on my car, it's like some big ordeal.
Well, yeah, because it has to be done like perfectly. Oh, hang on, let me see the light. Because yeah, there it is. Oh, you're in there. Wait, there it is. Yeah, I am. Go back. Oh, I see the coat hanger.
I might have to like rearrange it after you pull it out, but perfect. All right, good.
Trade ya. Do you want to hear a pun?
Go ahead, Wesley.
All right. So why do chicken coops only have 2 doors?
Because it's a coupe.
Because if it had 4, it'd be a chicken sedan. You wanted a pun?
No, never again.
Good thing we have these lights back there. Shoot for it.
Yeah, it's so nice. Okay.
We don't really need the mounting stuff yet.
Yeah. This is all mounting stuff.
That's the filter.
Filter.
Yeah.
Install dry area. Okay.
I do love how they labeled everything.
Yeah, it's for people like you. Because I know stance people install the stuff, so yeah.
Hey, some people track bags. I know, it's not very common. We're gonna go get some pizza. I love pizza. Right, Andrew?
Oh, I'm so excited.
You could probably zoom out. I mean, it's a...
You mean you don't just zoom like this? You don't just push the camera forward?
I mean, sometimes.
I'm basically a photographer.
You have a camera in your hands? It means you're a photographer.
Where are we going?
We're going to Frank's Pizza John. Pizza Jonathan. Oh, bother. Oh boy! Oh boy! A bump! Oh shit, that's...
Come on, Wes, let's go. I wish I could eat like you, dude.
Why?
Just stay that smooth.
No!
Man, that's like soft.
I know, but I'm gonna lose it. Oh man, I think it fell in this bucket. If I didn't notice that, I'd literally look for this lug nut forever. Why are you fucking up my pretty lugs? Look at them, they're pretty.
Did you look inside them?
Yeah, they're rusty.
That's why they're like open-ended.
Yeah, I gotcha.
They're also not as strong.
All right, have you had this before?
I've had buffalo chicken pizza.
No, Frank's buffalo chicken.
No, I haven't had it before.
You need to try it, bro.
Maybe 1 second.
I'm gonna eat some. We just ate our pizza. Pizza's good. Andrew likes the crust, doesn't really care for... I mean, he cares for the rest of the pizza. I think it's good. I like it. But we have the wiring harness pretty much set up where it needs to be. And we're getting the tank and all of its fittings, and these aren't tightened and stuff, but like the compressor and all that stuff hooked into the tank, and then we're gonna move that into the trunk. And then, I mean, from there it's plugging stuff up and running a macro
We're
line.
gonna test the compressor before we go for the rest of the buffaloes.
Oh, yeah. So you have the compressor will kick on, and then when that happens, thumbs up.
Focused?
Now you're good.
We're focused? Okay.
Broke. Yeah, we could have the tank in front of the sub. It's fine with me. Dude, the purple looks pretty sweet on the
The tank. Yeah.
Oh, it's so nuts, dude. Like, this is... I can't believe, like... like, oh my god. Like, it's in the car. Like, it's starting to, like, become more of a reality.
What, that use a bitch?
I am a bitch, but, like...
Let's see here. Management system, not yet, not gonna put it in yet. And then relay, which will mount to the top probably, and then, alright. So we need to put a little connector on these.
Do you want the, like, flashlight, or is the purple good?
I like to blind myself with your purple light, it's alright.
Purple haze.
Purple haze.
Zip ties aren't a tool. We use more zip ties than you think.
You use zip ties to hold your entire car together.
I mean, that's what these are. I mean, they're not zip ties, but they hold the bumper on.
Your front bumper is zip ties, like it is one shot.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Okay.
Drift stitches, bro.
Yeah, okay.
They're not tools.
Why don't stance people have tools?
This isn't stance.
They should have done this at my house.
Yeah, let me just, you know.
Oh, wait.
Let me just get her there real quick. Let me just ride on the nice wet road with my bald tires. I mean, I would do that because I've done that before. But, you know, it's all right. All right, so Andrew's going to be buttoning up some of the electrical things. Just because he knows that a little better with this voltage tester my dad made because we don't know where ours is.
What voltage tester? Oh, power! Why? Just why? Yeah, we're testing to find the ignition wire because we don't have a voltage meter. So, you know.
Well, that's not an ignition wire because it's lighting up. It's constant.
That's constant, you're right.
I know, I'm a genius.
Let's see if I can get electrocuted.
Okay.
Not that one. Oh, maybe that one.
Let me turn the key while you're hooked up. See if it stays on while you're...
That's probably a good idea.
Are you hooked up?
Go ahead.
Good?
Yeah.
Cool. So I installed, well, partially installed. We anti-seized the first bag right there. Now what I'm gonna do...
Titties!
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you. Now we're gonna apply anti-seize to this one. Alright guys, so it's pretty late and I had to take Andrew home, so he is home, I am home. We did not finish, but we're pretty darn close. When it comes to installation of everything, everything's installed. We have all 4 bags put on. We have the macro line running from each bag to the management system in the back. We have the power, the ground, the power of the ground ran. Then the ignition wire. Then we have the controller, which I love this so much, which is hooked up. I need to find a place to mount that. Then we follow all the other stuff like the wiring harness to the back. And then that's kind of a jumbled mess with the macro line. And then we jump back here. It's hard to see, unfortunately. I have my phone. So we have the compressor, the management system there, the tank. We actually had to take my sub out to make some room. So there's still a decent amount of work that needs done to completely finish this job. I mean, for one full night of work, and it's pretty much just buttoning everything up and getting everything finalized. Like I need to tighten the bolts on the bags and then the top hat bolts, putting body components back on like the interior pieces. But I mean, it's pretty much done. So I think today was super successful. I had so much fun installing all this stuff. So I'm so excited for how it's gonna turn out.
72 hours later.
So it's another day, and we are a little further along than I thought I would be, but testing everything, we have power, but there was a leak. This guy right here was leaking out of the I guess you would call it thread-locked fitting from Airlift. So I'm just gonna take it apart. I'm gonna put some of the thread tape that they provided, hook it back up, and then fire the compressor back up again and see if it stopped the leak. So correction on my part, this fitting wasn't even tight. I figured it would be, but it wasn't, so I would assume that's why it was leaking, because the threads weren't even in enough for the thread tape to even be in the fitting. So pretty much just reattach it to this guy right here, and it shouldn't leak. So we'll set the tank back up, at least right side up. Now obviously this is a little bunk right now, but we're gonna go see if this guy stopped leaking. And this is, if you guys are curious, this is the bleeder, so if you never need to like release all the air, that'll do it. No leak. Awesome. Got air back here, dude. So we just need to crank the bolts down, struts. But we do have air, it's just the battery keeps dying. So I can't fill enough, like it'll push the air to the bags and then it'll kick off because its voltage is too low. So we have to crank those bolts down. So we have each bag pressurized up to about 60 PSI. I figured I would put 60 PSI in these bags because I know the minimal pressure you can have the bags at to put the car on the ground is 55. So if I'm gonna do 60, I'm gonna go around, listen for leaks, check to make sure that, you know, nothing is leaking. And then from there, I mean, we're gonna put the wheels on and put the car on the ground. Back here, I know the tank is at about 70. So no leaks back here from what I can hear. This guy is pressurized. No leaks there. It looks like we have to put the wheels on and go from there. So since these are my stock wheels and they're sunk so far into the fenders, they just look so bad. I have wheel spacers that I've run with them before, and they actually don't look too terrible with them, so I think I'm gonna throw the spacers on and then put the wheels on. This car has not been started for a few months. We'll see how it goes. All right. Oh, I'm so excited. The car runs. I mean, I didn't doubt it. I mean, I kind of doubted it. It's a Subaru. But the car runs. We have the bags like pressurized, the rears to 80 and the fronts to about 90, just for testing purposes. I don't hear any like seriously like loud leaks, so you know, that will be tested with the leak down test over the overnight. I mean, everything's still like kind of bunk and like just hanging out, but I figured until we do the leak down test, test all the bags and lines for leaks, we should leave everything kind of like out and about like this. That way, if there's any issues, it's super easy to access instead of putting it all together, finding an issue, and having to tear the whole thing apart. So we're actually gonna go put the car on the ground and do the calibration test and run through all the system requirements on the ground. You're there, high and dry. So at 80, oh, look at that wheel well gap at 80 PSI.
Oh, it's big over
look at
on that side.
Is it big on the other side too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there they are. Yeah, look at that. That could be like my ride height, you know, like it'll be high enough off the ground.
Oh, that's high enough.
Oh. Probably not even going to be able to go on the ground because the other side is up. Oh, it's on the ground. So, look at that thing, dude. It's on the freaking ground. Yo! I just went to calibrate the system and it asked a couple of questions, and one of the questions was if the management system mounted. It is not right now, and I think it is required to be mounted. So we're actually gonna have to do some trunk like touch up and make sure that that's all touched up before we move forward. So I'm gonna try to make the trunk look as nice as possible, just mounting things into the floor. Probably gonna use this guy. This came out of it just temporarily, and then we might have to like recalibrate, or you know, it might look fine and be fine. So let's get to that. Okay, so it's all set up, and it'll oh my god, just watch. Look at that! Oh my god! It's so low. Oh, I can't believe it. Look at that. They're all installed and on stock wheels. It looks insane. I mean, oh my god, this is just nuts. Look at that. When this thing gets wheels, oh man, I am so hyped. The trunk is sorta set up, like nothing crazy, but it's temporary for sure. I want to do like hardwood. It's even been in the mud flat. Oh man. The only thing left to do is just tie this up and put the seats back in, but this is done. That's insane. That's so cool. Oh, I'm so hyped. Look at that. Oh man. Oh. We're gonna have to take it out tomorrow to drive it. It's so low. It's like, it's at like my knees. Oh my god. So like, I'm still in awe, but this needs taken care of. Once we get this done, the install's like, it's done. We just need to put the back seats back in and we'll be good. So let's get to it. Benefits of a quick release are definitely like clearing your workspace when you have to do anything with the steering wheel. People say they're dumb. I mean, I don't need one, but it's definitely helpful when I have to put away stuff like this, you know. Now I don't have anything obstructing my work area. So let's go. The interior cleaned up and even got the seats in. So it's coming together. I mean, got the trunk closed. Have to put the sub back in, but until we mount everything down for the tank setup, I think we're gonna just leave the sub out. I mean, right now I'm not really concerned of music. I'm just probably gonna be excited to drive this car again. I think I'm gonna try to put the front bumper on. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna be too low, honestly. I am not too sure. So we'll go give it a try and see if it goes on. All right, just got the bumper on. Now, I don't know about you, but if I get a new front lip, it's gonna like, oh, it's gonna like sit on the ground. That is perfect. That is so crazy. Look at that. Ooh, it's insane. It's looking like a car again. I do need to just take off some tools, tie up these some of these little wires here. Our cat Phil has joined the adventure. But we have to tie up a few little wires, make sure everything's out of the engine bay. I mean, I got the interior done, the bumper's on. I need to go get my bands here, but that's not a huge deal. But, and this car, oh man, it's It's so insane, dude. It looks like a car again. I mean, we do have to clean up these wheels. They're gonna get cleaned up for sure. But for now, I'm just gonna enjoy having it back. All right, so we have the hood down, the trunk closed, everything is put back together. I think I'm just gonna do a quick walk around of the car. I mean, the wheels are still look terrible, but I mean, with the bumper on and everything, it's insane. Just look at that. I think this is like insane. Got the hood down. Just so nice. Got the interior all back together. So you might be wondering how I'm gonna run my controller. My controller, like this guy here. What I'm gonna do is I don't want to mount it up here because if the heat's ever on, I don't like electronics getting blasted with heat. So I saw, honestly, I think it was Crispy Media on YouTube. I forget how, I don't know what he used, but I have an idea on what to do. Have you ever seen those phone holders that suction cup and then they like hook up and then they hold the phone? They have like that bendable arm. So what I'm gonna do is take this panel off right here, drill some holes, and then mount that phone holder without the suction cup because it's not gonna be useful. And then the arm's gonna kind of come up like right here. And then the controller is gonna sit in the holder like this. That way, it might like hang over like a little bit here, but that way, even if I were to put it up into fifth, I think I need to push the clutch into fifth like that, the controller is gonna be there, and then that way all I have to do is reach over, boop, 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 hit the buttons, and it sits right there. I ran the wire under the center console, so it actually is up in there, but I tucked it away. But I think that's gonna be the best. I don't really want it mounted like this. I mean, it's cool and stuff, but I don't even like it over there. So I think that's gonna be the most out of the way option. I might actually go to Best Buy tomorrow again and see what they have. Maybe they got something in or whatever. But oh man, it's awesome to see this car like back together, and just I'm gonna be like able to drive it. It's so cool. I'm probably gonna pull out of the garage for some pictures tomorrow because since I have like super bald tires in the back, I mean, if the road's dry, it's not really a big deal, but I don't want to be on the road. And like, I need to test, you know, just at least go around the neighborhood maybe with this car. But it looks so awesome. I'm so excited. So this video is gonna continue until really just until we finish the trunk and controller. So this is insane.
Day 4.
It's another day. Could you ever imagine that? The video's not over just yet. There's one more thing I want to do. Well, there's a few things I have to do. One of them being this garage kinda needs cleaned out. So that is on the list, but I also want to pull the Subaru out over here to take a few pictures and just move the car. Like just plop the car right in this little section right here. And then that way, you know, I can take a few pictures of it. It's kind of cool. It's got like the woods in the background or whatever. But I think it'd be a really neat spot. It is looking good. It's so low. I love it. So, but the garage is definitely an absolute mess. Probably gonna have to take off the mud flaps if you ask me. But not a big deal. Put those on a Subaru form or something. They're not that old. But, oh man, that is so crazy. So let's clean up the garage, or at least start to, and then get the car out of the garage too. So I got all the stuff cleaned up in the garage, I mean, for the most part. I think it's time to pull the Subaru out and put it in that little spot I showed you, and just see, you know, why not? The car hasn't been out of the garage in a very long time. It's gonna be dirty, it's not gonna look super great, but I'm just super excited to pull the car out of the garage for the first time in like months. It's so awesome. Let's do it. so the car is finally back outside. It hasn't been outside in like, I don't even know how long, but oh man, have I missed this car. Yeah, it needs a front lip too. It doesn't even look that low with the bumper on, but oh man. Wow. Yeah, the mud flaps definitely need to come off. They're kind of buckled. That's so cool. I'm so excited to have this car back. I mean, it runs and sounds fine, so I'm pretty happy about that. I'm probably gonna take some pictures of it while it's here, just because, you know, why not? It looks good, even though it's kind of dirty, but I'm excited to just have this car back. Oh, knowing that it's like, everything's all good. Oh, it's so exciting. Oh my God. So I think I might take the car around the block. I took some pictures of the car, but I mean, it's dirty and stuff. If I'm even considering taking this car to work, I need to take it around the block, because if I don't do that, like, I'm not just gonna jump on the highway with it. That would be pretty dumb, to be honest with you. Look at that, 14.6. Gotta change my color back to green, because the Impreza, and you can't see it now, it's daytime. Cool. Probably gonna have to get used to hearing that. So I just drove the Subaru around the block a few times and it drives awesome. I mean, I just forgot how great this car was. The bags are like stiff. I mean, like, I was expecting them to be a little more like bouncy, but they're pretty solid. Like the car doesn't bounce around or feel like it's on like stock suspension or like crappy like springs or anything. It feels good. I mean, I've had 2 sets of BC racing coilovers. I mean, that's nothing to say. They're not amazing coilovers, but these are pretty solid. Dude, it looks like a monster truck on ride height. Now, I mean, I haven't set any ride height yet. Like, this is preset. So, like, dude, wheel well gap on stock wheels. The car looks so stock. I mean, looks dumb stock. So, but I'm just excited to have it back. I don't even care. But it looks good, though. It does look good, but you can see we have some camber over here. I don't know what it looks like over here. There's still some camber. I mean, camber's not my concern. The future for this car is a lot of camber, but oh my God, this is also kind of a concern. I mean, can you see? It's pretty bald, but I think if it says no rain today, I'm gonna do it. That's my deciding factor. Ooh, gotta turn my halos off. There we go. Ooh boy. Okay, so it's later in the day. We went to work. We are back from work. I didn't end up taking the Subaru to work. I just figured with all the work that we did on this car and not having much time to test it or drive it or anything like that, I shouldn't be taking it on the highway to a 30-minute commute up hills, through tunnels, over bridges, where if something happened, I would be screwed. So right now we're actually gonna go take it out. The car needs gas, so we're gonna go down to a local gas station. We're gonna drive it. We're gonna, you know, test everything and just make sure that everything's okay, and if something were to go wrong, we're not very far from home, so it's not a very big deal. So I'm excited to take the car out again. You know, I had fun just driving around the neighborhood earlier, so I'm excited to take it out once more. Record normally helps it record. We are back from getting gas and doing everything we needed to do with this car. I'm super excited to touch a few things up, like the wheels and trunk setup and all those different things. But once all those are done, you know, everything will be looking awesome. But I think this video is long enough already. So if you actually did stick around for the entire thing, like, thank you so much. I put some time in editing this and working on this car. Thank you to my dad, Andrew, for all the help with this thing. I mean, you know, I couldn't have done it all by myself, but I did learn a lot and I had a lot of fun doing it. You know, we're gonna do a leak down test. Again, the car is aired up, so we're just gonna see where it sits in the morning. It's drivable, drives really well, car pulls like it normally does. I'm excited to have this car back. Thank you guys so much for watching. It really means a lot to me. If you liked the video and want to see more things to this car, there's gonna be huge things coming for this car in the future. A lot of car meets, a lot of just different mods, different things like that. Consider subscribing. You know, it doesn't take very long and I'd really appreciate it. So guys, thank you so much for watching and have an awesome day.